And now it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, rock cod Rick Maxa, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray and rock cod Rick Maxa.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray with rock cod Rick Maxa. We continue our 25th anniversary on the air celebration today with the one and only Marc Mills, Mr. Excitement, yes, with Daiwa. And we are going to talk some fishing here. We're going to talk about some history on the show, and I'll tell you what, Marc Mills has some history on the show. I could just show you a picture right now that he can really show you some history. Anyway, you stay tuned. This is going to be Southern California's sport fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
Information is the key to success, and inside information is even better. When it comes to fishing, inside information is critical, and that's what FishDope.com delivers. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and save fuel. FishDope.com is the only SST service with a satellite oceanographic PhD on board. The only fish finding service with a spotter plane. You get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Martin Island, 365 days a year. FishDope.com boasts the largest code group anywhere, covering sport boats, commercial boats, and private boaters. FishDope.com has online planning tools, moon phase, tides, hot bite icons, and more. What I'm telling you is, if you don't have FishDope.com, well, good luck. Membership costs less than 40 gallons of gas for the entire year. That's right, 1 year. What a bargain. Plus, stay tuned for the special code to save $20 on a FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel. Shimano is proud to present an opportunity for you to go fishing on two of the finest three-quarter-day boats on the fleet and use the top-of-the-line Shimano gear. It's Terramar Tuesday, going on now through September. Join Shimano Pro staff aboard the San Diego out of Seaport Sport Fishing, and coming in June, the new Liberty from Fisherman's Landing. These trips will be booked through the landing and it's the same price as a regular three-quarter-day trip. But the difference will be a selection of top-of-the-line Shimano Terramar rods and reels will be available for you to try, along with an assortment of Shimano jigs and more. And a member of the Shimano Pro staff will be aboard to answer questions you may have. Terramar Tuesdays will feature Shimano Terramar rods with Trinidad A, Torium HG, Tranks, and Talica reels available for you to try for free. Don't miss Terramar Tuesday on the San Diego out of Seaport Sport Fishing, and beginning June 7th aboard the Liberty from Fisherman's Landing. Check the landing website for more details or the trips page at hookup1090.com. Many years ago, Baja pioneer Bob Van Warmer found the area he called the Great Fish Trap in the East Cape of southern Baja and built what is now regarded as the premier East Cape resorts of Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Today, following in their father's footsteps, Bob's sons, Bobby, Chucky, and Eddie, have taken Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol to new levels with the largest sport fishing fleet in Mexico, a luxurious spa, and top-of-the-line resort amenities. Van Warmer Resorts have become a destination for travelers worldwide. But for us, Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol are just a short 2-hour flight away. No other tropical fishing destination offers the experience and value that you'll find at Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Now you can plan your Baja fishing vacation quick and easy by visiting VanWarmerResorts.com. And when you're ready to book, it's quick and easy. Or simply call 877-777-TUNA for more information. Van Warmer Resorts, the East Cape's finest.
Last year, we had an unbeatable fishing season. One of the best in decades. I think we'll all take another year just like it. Now, just imagine what it could be like if we have an unbeatable season 39 years in a row. Well, that's exactly what Ford has done with their F-Series pickups. America's best-selling trucks 39 years in a row. We love our F-150s here in San Diego. Ford trucks give you the freedom to launch your boat with ease thanks to Pro Trailer Backup Assist. The freedom to toss all your gear in the bed no matter how wet and messy it gets. And the freedom to fit 5 full-size guys comfortably in the cab. And right now, during the Ford Freedom Sales Event, you'll get the freedom from interest charges with Ford's best finance rate of the year. Freedom from high monthly payments thanks to special summer lease programs, plus the freedom to save even more on trucks with smart bonus tags. It's an incredible combination of savings on an incredible lineup of trucks. So don't miss the Ford Freedom Sales event. Stop by your San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090 25th year celebration still going on. Pretty damn cool, dude.
Indeed, yeah, 25 years on the air, and I got to do a big shout out to my buddy Bryce Miller from the San Diego Union Tribune. Great article on page 3 today of the sports section of the San Diego Union Tribune. You can also see it online, San Diego Union Tribune.com. We posted it on our Facebook page, a real nice article that he wrote about our 25th anniversary and his first tuna fish.
That was a perfect
on my
combo.
boat.
Yeah, great. He did a great job.
And I didn't make him eat the heart. I told him yesterday when we met at Dale Man, I said, man, you know, they always say you got to eat the heart. He's like, I'm glad you didn't make me do that.
Article probably wouldn't have been as good.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
No,
he did
great.
a great
He did
job.
an awesome job.
He's a great writer.
Yeah.
And just a welcome addition to the San Diego media for sure. But I'll tell you what, pretty exciting just talking about all the events happening in the past years and 25 years. And one guy that has been a part of it for, I'm going to say, 24 and a half years.
Yeah,
probably.
almost. Almost.
Mark Mills.
I think I don't know what. I think I started somewhere in about December. So I remember my first deal was Mike Hansen asked me. He goes, "Hey, do you want to do a radio show?" And I'm like, I was just smart enough but dumb enough to go, "Yeah, I'll do it. You know what the heck? I'll give it a shot." I was probably 16, 17 at that time, and he's like, "You're gonna have to do it every Sunday morning and give the report." And I'm like, "Okay, that's cool. I'll do it." And I go, "Well, what's it going to do?" And I go, "You know what? This could really help my career in the fishing industry." And that's the second thing I want to shout out here in a minute. But so I'm like, you know what? I'll do it. And look now, 24 and a half years later, I think I was on there with you and Rick Grover at the time.
Wow.
So, yeah, way back when.
Yeah.
But you should be really, really proud of what you've accomplished in this industry, Pete. I mean, you really have. Of the careers that you've put forth, myself, I'm sure Ricky as well.
100%.
You know, all the people that you've taken out on the water trips and taught fishing and got them involved. You know, think of the people that have been listening to the show for 25 years that are still around.
Yeah,
you know, you've seen guys come, you've seen people go. I just want to give, take my hat off to you because you've done an amazing job in an industry. And literally, I don't know if you were the first radio show, but I guarantee you were one of the first radio shows ever probably to do something and be as successful as you. So congratulations to you for that. You and Ricky, yes.
Thanks, Mark. I appreciate that. And, you know, my brother-in-law John says it's a lot of hard work and a cunning plan. And the other thing, too, is being surrounded by very good people like Rock God Rick, like you, Mark Wish, other people. I think you and Mark Wish are probably the two oldest reporters. Not oldest, but...
Oh, come on, he's older. No,
the senior reporters that have been with the show for the longest time. I mean, I reflect back to, remember, I don't even want to say his name, really, but Baja Chuck Arnold. Remember those reports? That was probably before you,
before
Rick.
me, yeah.
I used to do the Baja reports. And he used to let's just say that they weren't the most accurate reports that we ever had.
Well, we all have to fudge once in a while.
That was back in the early days, right? That was back when, we were kind of new and at this whole game. And
there's no internet or anything of that nature.
Nobody knew what was going on anywhere, really. And Let's Talk Hookup was the only source of current information.
The most current. It was the most current information you could get, period.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was it.
People calling in from boats and things like that, or just calling in when they got back. I mean, that didn't exist, The fastest thing you had was the fish reports in the newspaper that were a couple of days behind what was happening.
Right. And the long-range boats used to call us before satellite phones from KMI on the two-way radio. Yeah. And they, it's like, over, hello, hello, over. And, Frank Lopresti and Bill Poole and Art Taylor and Tim Ekstrom and all, Brian Kiyahara, those guys just call in on KMI and give us the long-range reports from down at Clarion Island or Hurricane Bank or Alejos Rocks on the two-way radio. And my gosh, what a...
Unheard of.
I mean, that was just like unprecedented.
Yeah,
Just
that was
wow.
internet. It was so quick. I mean, either Ricky and I were the internet. Hey, I gotta call Ricky up. I gotta find out what's going on. It was like I gotta call Marc up. I gotta find what's going on. What's going on here? What's going on down south or up north?
Yeah.
It's amazing how things have changed.
Yeah, it is, and I feel very, very fortunate. I'm a lucky guy to be able to do this for a living for 25 years. I'm knock on wood, I can continue it for a very long time here. But the cool thing is as the time has progressed here, so has the show, and we've integrated the internet, we've integrated all the social media, and satellite telephone calls from the boats. I mean, how has that changed things here on Let's Talk Hookup? Where else do you get that?
You can hear Frank Lopresti from 1,000 miles away giving you a report of what's happening at the moment, and it sounds like he's in the room next door.
Like he's
exactly. Yeah, I got 5 guys on the bell. They're all hung up right now. It's amazing.
Gotta go. We're bit.
We're bit.
Yeah, but like I say, there's been a lot of people that have been involved. One place, Ford has been such a important. San Diego County Ford dealers, Mark Wheeler and the guys, San Diego County Ford dealers have been so involved in helping us out. And Shimano, when you were with Shimano, Shimano's been all the long-range boats that support us, the landings that support us, the different tackle manufacturers. I mean, the Baja Resorts, Rancho Leonero, Palmas de Cortez. I mean, all the people, Castman. There's a.
How do you remember all that?
It's a big list, and it wouldn't happen without all these great people like you guys being involved. So I'm very blessed and very fortunate to have such a good team put together, and to be able to have the radio station, the Mighty 1090, have us on the air here. It's really great. And to have guys like Adam on the other side of the glass, and Ryan answering the phones, and all the people that help us out at our various events. And it just doesn't happen. I can't take all the credit. It's a team that makes it happen. But thank you guys for being here. And Marc Mills, let's catch up with you. What the heck's going on?
Yeah, you know what? I ended up making a move. You never know. It's part of that in your life and your career, and was able to make a move. Best wishes to Shimano. I mean, it was a good run.
How long were you at Shimano?
You know what? I started with them in 2000. I left for a while, went to Akuma. Remember that? I did that. Worked with those guys, and then came back as the sales manager there, or not, sorry, sales manager, but a sales rep for them for about 1.5 years, 2 years, and then I came back to the factory, and I was back at the factory for about 7 years, somewhere in that range. But I've been working with them for almost, 23 years, 24 years, almost that same time. So the one thing that's kind of cool is that, I don't know if I can use this word on air, but you kind of feel like a whore in the industry because you've been everywhere. But in all actuality, for somebody myself, I don't know anybody that's done that. I've got the opportunity to work for Shimano twice. I've worked for Dana Wharf Sport Fishing, so I've seen that aspect of the business. I got to do some really great stuff with Akuma, so I got to see that part of the business. And this is just the next stage of my life. I'm working with Daiwa. They've been very fair with me. They've been really great. We make a great product, which makes it very easy to cross over. I mean, Shimano respects them greatly because they do a good job. And now it's just the opportunity that I have, not just actually on the marketing side, but on the product development and product research side. I'm traveling a lot now, so it's a really good thing for me because it really expands a little bit more of fishing industry knowledge that I really enjoy, from bass to walleye to tuna fishing. Matter of fact, I was supposed to do some striper fishing at the end of the month that we're changing around. So, and just knowing those markets, what makes people tick in this industry. So it's been awesome. It's a good run.
That's really cool.
It's
really cool.
And you bring so much knowledge because of your background and the different people that you've worked with,
right?
And such a wealth of knowledge, probably, to Daiwa. And
I hope so. They seem to respect that. Yeah, we have a couple of people move over, and they were going to South Carolina as far as the direction of their fishing business. I couldn't make that move. I didn't find it as
You're a Southern California guy.
Yeah, and for a lot of friends, I didn't want to leave you and Ricky. No, but it wasn't a rational move for my end. I'm sure they're going to do very well there. I was just there last week. I mean, I got out just for the little hurricane thing, but I was there last week. I ran into some of the people at Shimano in a store there, which was kind of awesome. But this is just a different venue. But I'm coming strong, no doubt about it. I've taken this month to just kind of think a little bit of how we want to position ourselves, and game on as we get into the future here.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's happening with Daiwa? What are you guys doing?
We had a great ICAST. I think everybody that came to the booth, as far as independent retailers through the country, realized that we have a lot of neat changes. There's a lot of stuff going on. We introduced new Saltiga, which is big for you guys, Star Drag. Awesome. It's an awesome reel. There's Star Drag market. I have to give it up. Trinidad's one of the best reels out on the market. Guarantee it. This new Saltiga Star Drag, we came out with a 20, a 30, 35, 40, and 50 size, and I've been fishing it a lot lately as far as every trip I've been out on, and I really like it. I think it's probably the best Star Drag out on the market, to be honest with you.
So a lot of different sizes.
Yeah. We actually have a 10 and a 15 size, too. It's very small. Probably be great if the albacore show up eventually, but a little bit too small for our market, on that size. But the 20, 30, and, the sweet spot's the 35 size, which is almost like a Trinidad 16 size.
Yeah, I remember one of the first reels I ever owned was, like 30 years ago, was like a SL20 S8.
That was my first cool, quote-unquote, cool reel.
So the first cool Star Drag reel.
So you ready for this? Okay, so this is kind of a funny scenario. So everybody's like, well, you've been a Shimano guy for so long. How are you going to go over Daiwa? I'm like, well, okay, in life you have to do that in business. But I was a Daiwa guy for many years. My dad and I went back and forth on things because he became a Shimano guy. He was a Daiwa guy, I became a Shimano guy. I was a Daiwa guy. And then I got to Dana War Sport Fishing and got the opportunity to know Patrick G., Elmar Alfafara, and Dave Pfeiffer. And at a young age, I kind of got pushed into that direction. So I had my SL20s, SL30s, 50Hs, the amount of fish that I've caught on my 50Hs thing. So I went down that direction. So it's interesting to go full circle again and kind of start to promote the stuff that I started to fish with. So, it was a neat scenario. And I explained that to the guys when I hired on, that I was this direction, and I got kind of taken down a path with some really good people, and that's what I did. So
now my buddy Ron Lane from Fast Lane Kayaks was down at Cedros, fishing with Cedros Kayak Adventures and Cedros Kayak Fishing down there, Cedros Tackle, and Jeff and the guys, and he came back. He came back talking about this Daiwa minnow lure that was just on fire. For the calico bass. What is that?
The SP minnow, those things, those things are awesome. Matter of fact, when I was fishing SPS and SWBA, that was kind of our go-to kind of secret lure of choice, that blue sardine pattern. Calicos chew that thing, and...
what is it about?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a sound chamber or the way it fishes. You think that the guys love it here, but on...
freshwater lure, right?
No, it's a saltwater lure.
It is
it is a saltwater. We make them up to like a 17 size, a little bit larger size there. It's kind of a jerkbait for something, and I've fished a lot of different jerkbaits. I fished Lucky Crafts and stuff and everything else for calico bass. They tune into that SP minnow really, really well. But the biggest market, Eastern Seaboard, the striper fishing, the bonita fishing there, it really, really works well for that, but it works very good for calico bass out here. I'm sure on the times the tuna and stuff too it'll work on. We've done real well with that bait. That's been an amazing bait. And we're looking to expand our bait market, getting into different stuff, possibly looking into the popper market, which who knows how next year's going to go. We didn't think this year was going to happen, so that's a very gutsy and, maneuver. But, yeah, we make a lot of really good lures. We really do.
I still hoard the original Daiwa TD minnow. That was like the original jerkbait, like back in the day. And, like, when that thing went away, like I freaked out and hoarded eBay and like bought every single one I could. And every once in a while we go bass fishing, and I'll like, hey man, check this out. And, like I've got a Ziploc bag that's just full. I probably have 30 of them, and like that's still the raddest jerkbait ever. Like as far as I'm concerned.
It's amazing because people are now using jerkbaits for calico bass. I remember Ben Seacrest and I were out there fishing on his little skiff, throwing jerkbaits 15 years ago. He's like, hey, you got to throw jerkbait, crankbait. And I'm like, what? This is salt water, and he really showed me how to get in product with that and get into that. But, it's a great bait, man. It really is. The guys love it. That whole SWBA and SPS market.
Sorry, it's kind of a secret weapon, huh?
It was for us when we were doing it.
Yeah, not a secret anymore.
It's not a secret anymore. There it is. Let's Talk Hookup gets it out. I don't even know when they need it. But, it's good.
Easy with that.
Good lure, yeah.
So do you change out the hooks, or is it just ready to fish right
No, it's ready to fish right out of the front. Nickel cadmium hooks, it's, out of the game. It's ready to go. It's designed for that. It's designed for that market, and it just, I think that the calico bass market is just more acceptable to throwing jerkbaits now than just throwing a swim bait. all day long. You know, gosh knows what those guys are using. They're using everything from huddle spins to you name it.
Yeah, anything to catch a big one.
Yeah,
right.
That's it.
And throwing it now, I mean, a lot of guys, I mean, when it comes to that low-profile expanded market, I think we really own that market share right now when it comes to, like, the Lexus. You know, the Alexa HDs, I mean, we sell a lot of those. That's where we've really kind of done well on this West Coast market on.
So let's talk about that. Do you throw a jerkbait like that on a level line style reel, or do you throw it on a spinning reel? What's the best way to do it?
This market, they're throwing it that way. Here it goes. I prefer it on a spinning reel.
Oh, okay.
You know, a 4,000 or 5,000 size spinning reel is what I prefer to throw it on. I just have more coordination in my right hand that I can work the bait a little bit better. So I like spinning reels when it comes to that. And we've always gone through that spinning reel scenario. But
you'll never convince Doug Kern and Rick Maxa about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up.
Like,
How many spinning reels did they sell this year?
A bunch.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
But yeah.
I keep working. I keep trying.
I know.
And remember, you know,
keep at it, buddy.
Keep at it.
It's one of those things. It's just a different tool in your arsenal, man. It's just throwing a jerkbait. It works out really well. But you know, the guys are throwing Lexus. Yeah, for that.
Exactly.
But no, it works well for that kind of stuff. So yeah.
You bet. Well, as you can hear, we have a great show celebrating 25 years on the air here with our good buddy, Mr. Excitement himself, Marc Mills, and boy, oh boy, we are going to be talking some fishing.
It's going to be a blast. We want you to join us this morning. So much fun stuff going on, so much great stuff to talk about today. And if you want to join us, we would love to hear from you. Everybody's excited to talk to Marc and join in the 25th celebration. The phone lines are already packed solid, but you stay tuned. There's going to be lots of great opportunities to get through. If you want to get through, 858 area code 457-1090. That's our local number. Again, it's 858-457-1090. Or you can reach us on our toll-free line. That one's 877-792-1090. One more time, 877-792-1090. When we come back, we're going to be taking your phone calls. Lots of great stuff coming your way. You stay tuned. You're listening to Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
It's time to get outside on the east side and celebrate fall colors, arts, culture, and recreation in the Eastern Sierra. From now until the first snow, there are a variety of activities that capture the essence of autumn. In addition to enjoying fall color viewing, the season hosts fishing derbies and biking events to theater performances, a kite festival, and art festivals. Check out the Outside on the East Side details on the Fall Colors page at visitmammoth.com. That's visitmammoth.com.
Buying a boat is a big decision, and you don't want to make a costly mistake with the wrong one. This is Pete Giacalone for Cussler Yachts. I've been in the fishing business my whole life. In fact, there are probably many of you out there that have fished with me. Well, now I've taken my boating knowledge and joined the team at Cussler Yachts. Mike Cussler and the rest of our team are true professionals when it comes to finding you the right boat. Just ask Pete Gray. I helped him make the right decision on his new boat after an extensive search, and we can help you find the boat of your dreams. We specialize in sport fishing boats and are the exclusive dealer for Regulator Marine, the finest center consoles on the market. At Cussler Yachts, we know fishing and we know boats, inside and out. We can save you thousands of dollars and get you into the right fishing boat for your needs and budget. Cussler Yachts is located on the waterfront at the beautiful Konakai Resort, and you can check us out on our website at CusslerYachts.com. That's KUSLER Yachts.com. Or give us a call at 1-866-607-5471. Ask for Pete and let me know you heard about it on Let's Talk Hookup.
For over 5 decades, Lee Palm Sport Fishing has set the standard in long-range fishing that they pioneered long ago. The Red Rooster 3 sets a new standard of excellence. The Red Rooster 3 is one of the most modern, quiet, and fastest long-range vessels in the fleet. They have handpicked the finest crew to make your trip a memorable one. The Red Rooster 3 offers trips from 3 to 18 days and runs year-round to the best fishing spots on the planet. Ride the Red Rooster 3 once, and you'll be back again. Call the Red Rooster 3 at 619-224-3857 or see them on the web at redrooster3.com.
If the fish are biting, I'm on my boat, rain or shine. Of course, I wear my life jacket. It's like wearing a seatbelt. Clip it on, grab my tackle box, and hit the water.
Love California, Boat California, Save California. A message from California State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways.
Fishing is a lifestyle for many of us, and what you wear on your feet is a big part of that. So I like to live aloha and wear Olokai premium footwear. Every pair is created with the Hawaiian culture and heritage in mind, plus unique details and features. Olokai sandals are the best I've ever worn because they are based on the feeling of your bare foot in wet sand for a natural heel cup and arch support. Nothing could be more comfortable and good for your feet. Olokai makes footwear for any time of day or night. My favorite Olokai sandals are the Ohana. Water resistant and great for the beach or the boat. My everyday Olokai is the Nohea mesh. So comfortable and you barely know you have them on. And for a night on the town, I choose the Maloa. They look great and feel amazing. Share your aloha with Olokai crew by following them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Olokai and tagging your photos with hashtag AnywhereAloha. Olokai premium footwear is now available at Fisherman's Landing Tackle, Dana Landing, and other fine tackle stores or at Olokai.com.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
Ranch is small, you know. It's very personal, very intimate. I don't think there's anywhere else that you could have the old Baja feel and have all those miles of beachfront, the palapa roofs and the stone walls. There's not a room that you don't have some kind of ocean view. You don't give up any amenities at the ranch. It's just very rustic. You know how when you cook outdoors it tastes better? Well, that's Rancho Leonero. It just tastes better. We have paddle boards, we've got kayaks, we've got snorkeling equipment, of course. We've got 12 super pongas. We have dive trips. We've got over 40 kayaks at the hotel. We've got all accurate equipment, very top of the line. And when the fishing's good, we'll freeze your fish, pack it all up, send it home with you. People love it. They'll come back 5-6 times a year. That's the highest accolade we can get. 1-800-646-2252, 646-BAHA. And RanchoLeonero.com. It's unique.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
Uh-oh, look who's on the line. Captain Don Hanson. Good morning, Don.
Good morning, Pete, Rick, and the character you got in there.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Hanson? Don.
Yeah. How old was he when he started working for you, Don?
I think he was about 2.
Yeah, I did 2 or 3. Yeah.
Hey, Don, how are you doing? You know, that still hasn't changed, guys. I never got a deep voice.
No, he never got the deep voice. But congratulations on 25 years, Pete. You've been a real asset to the fishing industry by letting everybody know what's going on up and down the whole world. So.
Well, thanks, Don, and you've been a big supporter from day one, and very much appreciate the support of Dana War Sport Fishing and the Hanson family. They've been an integral part, and certainly headed by the man sitting next to me here, Mr. Marc Mills. Certainly.
Well, I think Mr. Mills could probably sell refrigerators to Eskimos. And,
I think you're right.
And have everybody in line to buy them. So.
Yeah, no kidding.
Anyway, congratulations on a great 25 years and Mills' new career. Lucky you didn't call him last week because him and the boys were celebrating in Vegas, and so he can tell you about that. But I'm on my way tomorrow morning to Boise to start another Pacific Fishery Management Council meeting for 10 days, and then home after that, and back to Portland, and back home, and then back to the tuna meeting. So I've got a month there, almost like Mills' schedule of travel. So
yeah, but you got a couple years on.
Yeah, he's got a few years. I don't see how he can do it, man.
How do you do it?
I'm worn, man. I was worn after last week because I was in Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, Alabama, and South Carolina, all within 3 weeks, and I don't see how Mr. Hanson does it by any means, man.
That's how I stay young, Mark. I keep trying, but. Just to give you a little update on a report, the council staff went fishing on a Westport last Tuesday. They got 107 albacore for 10 guys.
Whoa!
No kidding.
So there's some albacore up north. All you got to do is figure out how to get them back down here where they belong. So.
Yeah, no kidding. Can you do that, Don? Can you arrange that?
I'm going to try to arrange that right now. We're working on deep set buoy gear and some other issues in Boise. But
well, thank you
anyway,
for all your efforts.
Congratulations and 25 more.
Thank you very much, Don, and you're an inspiration to make that happen. Doing what you're doing and continuing your deal. You got to keep moving, right?
Yeah, you can't get you to keep moving.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Okay, thanks again.
Don, thanks for all your efforts. We sure appreciate that very much.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's head down south. Mr. John Ireland from Rancho Leonero's on the line. Buenos dias, John.
Buenos dias, Pedro.
Morning,
25
John.
years.
Yeah.
John.
I you know, it's reflection time. You know, we always reflect on the times. I remember when you and I had lunch, first meeting at where did we go? It was the Green Flash in Pacific Beach.
That's right.
And that was like 24 years ago.
No way.
And you came up with the idea. It was like, well, I'm going to, give you live fishing reports from the East Cape. It's like, what's the East Cape?
Yep. The inventor of the live fish report. That was me. It's been a long time, huh, buddy?
Yeah.
It really has.
And how did you go when you went? There were no phones down there, right?
No. It was a different world down there completely back then, and it was nice in a lot of ways. There were no phones in town. There was 3 cassettes, one in La Rivera and then one up in Buena Vista. And I'd hop on. What I had to do, and also was, open certain hours as an operator, and they used to have crank phones, literally crank.
Wow.
Yeah. And I had to bribe her anyway, long story short, to bribe her to come in early so I could do the report. So she'd be there to meet me. I'd drive the quad up the beach. And really, it was one time of the week that I had the opportunity to talk to people up in the States and everything. So I really enjoyed it, And it was hard for me not to get real colloquial and say, what's going on with you guys, too.
Yeah, no, that was pretty amazing. And now you can do it from your cell phone.
Yeah, no, everything down there is so much easier. If the Wi-Fi goes off for 15 minutes at the hotel, it's a crisis.
Everybody freaks out. Yeah.
But the cool thing about Rancho Leonero is it's still old world hospitality. It's still
that's what we
like
tried
it was.
to do. We've really tried not to change it, just to improve it. So it's got better beds, better air conditioning, better kitchen, better laundry,
Wi-Fi,
all of that, better food. But it's still the same old ranch, and I built the baby, and I built it really to my taste, what I like, and I think the food kind of reflects that too. I'm kind of a meat and potato cheeseburger guy, and so I insisted, 2 of the lunches we had to have cheeseburgers, or I was going to quit,
Yeah. Well, I posted, the fish are biting. I posted on our Instagram. I posted right now, if you look at our Instagram, I posted a photo from, that was yesterday, right?
Yeah, that was yesterday. Tuna. Those are the fish yesterday. What an interesting week, huh? I mean, that storm came out of nowhere fast. And we only lost 1 day of fishing, believe it or not. We fished the day right before, sent out super pongas, and that afternoon pulled them in deep and everything and buttoned up, and it hit us that night, and not much rain, but winds up to about 100 miles an hour, and we're really set up to take anything 100 and under. Everything stays intact, and it did, but it was blowing, 95, 100, I'd say, for a good constant 5-6 hours, something like that, and then blew right through and blew up, and so we picked up and we sent out the day after that. We sent out 6 boats, and 2 days after that, we sent out 13, and so we're back to work. It took a little while for the water to clean up. The fishing was a little slow after the storm. Every day the water's gotten clearer and cleaner, and the fishing has picked up as well. We got still blue marlin, more blue marlin than there are stripes and sails. By the way, hi Mark. I didn't get the chance to say hello.
How are you there, buddy? I know. I was just listening to all the stuff you're talking about over your 25 years, and I was just in awe.
Well, you've been around for a while.
Yes, sir.
Mark. It's good, the whole crew. Anyway, so there are more blue marlin than there are stripes and sails. Believe it or not, still, and a real good, strong, predictable bite, right off the bank there. Your chances are about almost 100% of going out there and picking up one, which is, I don't know where else you can do that. The tuna picked up, they're on the banks, they're squid, they're picking up squid. Last couple of days they've really picked up, and we've got a lot of 50-pounders to the table yesterday, between 40 and 50. There was another picture I sent you, Pete, via email. That they showed a couple of much bigger ones. That picture I sent you. Anyway, good fishing inside. A lot of Dorado around, but last week before the storm, we had some nice quality fish. There were, like I said, we went out and had 6 over 20 pounds and 1 45-pounder right before the storm. Now lots of peanuts around, none of the bigger ones, but I expect that to change. I expect them to come in real good inside around the rooster fishing are biting strong around the marine entrance. A lot of snapper, a lot of barred pargo and dogtooth pargo in the 20-pound class. So it's good fishing there.
Man,
they're coming to the
great.
table.
And this is such a great time of the year to go down now through October. Favorite time of the year for me, and I know the airfares are very good.
Yeah.
The rates at the ranch are very good, and it's time to go fishing at the ranch.
And you know, I might mention, Pete, it's just the weather is just so pleasant right now. It really is. It's like an early fall. The mornings are cool. It's not oppressive hot at all like it can be in September. Yeah. It's just real nice and real pleasant.
Sounds like good. Sounds like a good time. Got to head on down there. How do we do that if we want to come down to Rancho Leonero, John?
Thanks. It's easy. 800-646-2252 or rancholeonero.com.
All right. Well, thanks for all your great support over the years, John, and we look forward to another 25 with Rancho Leonero.
It's been a great ride, buddy. You guys are the best.
Thanks, John.
Appreciate it. We'll talk to you next week. Appreciate it.
Sure will.
Well, as you can hear, we've just got an awesome show for you, and we got so wrapped up in to talk about all the fun, we didn't even begin to tell you about what an awesome prize Marc Mills has been so generous to bring for all of our callers today. So, again,
are you kidding me?
Packed phone lines, everything's already solid, and it's cool because everybody wants to talk to Marc and talk to Pete, but we have such a rad prize, and Marc, we want to thank you very much. So check this out. One lucky caller at the end of the show today is going to get a brand-new Lexa 400 XH, and with that, a brand-new 8-foot Proteus rod, 8-foot heavy, a perfect popper, surface iron, big bait, even a nice heavy, medium to heavy bait rod. So that's just an unbelievable outfit. Brand new Lexa 400 and a brand new 8-foot Proteus rod. I'm just blown away. That's
Thanks
awesome.
To Iowa.
No worries, Phil. Guys are going to be stoked who wins that. That'll be a fun one.
Yeah, what a great anniversary.
So we'll be able to use it for the next few weeks here because while we have our good fishing going on out here.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, thanks, Marc, for putting that together. And let's go ahead and jump into those phones.
Well, they are absolutely jam-packed. How about we started off this morning with Henry, who's called us from Santa Cruz. Henry, good morning. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. Thanks for getting us started this morning.
Hey, guys. How you doing? Congratulations on the 25 years.
Thank you.
I've only been listening for about 5 years. Thoroughly enjoyable, great information. Happy show. Most radio that I listen to makes you angry, so it's a nice thing to listen every weekend and pick up some great information.
That's cool, Henry.
And I wanted to. I was surprised to hear Marc's over at Iowa, but great company. And you guys mentioned those SP minnows.
Yeah.
I think it's probably killed more 50-pound straight bass coming out of the Cape Cod Canal.
That's what we were talking about. Like, that's big out there, man. I mean, yeah. And I fished that Cape Cod Canal. That is one of my favorite fisheries that I've ever been to.
No kidding.
Yes, that's awesome
The
fishing
thing about
there.
these SP minnows, you can be a rank amateur, throw it out, and they cast really well, for a $10 lure, a $12 lure, and reel it in straight, and big fish just pound them.
That's cool.
So it's it's a nice thing to be selling. You're not you don't have to talk too many people into it after they've seen them work.
No, it's been a pretty easy transition for me.
Very good, Henry. Well, thanks a lot for the kudos there, and thanks a lot for the call from Santa Cruz. Appreciate that.
All right.
Thanks, Henry.
How about next up we talk to Roger. Roger calling us from Fullerton this morning. Hey, Roger, welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Morning, Roger.
Hey, thank you very much. Pedro, congratulations, 25 years. I'm sure you can do 25 more. Just look at Tim and Sully. I wanted to say, if it wasn't for Hookup, I never would have gotten to San Diego to go long-range fishing.
Wow.
And I'm sure there's plenty of other guys that listen to the program that never would have ventured past their overnight trips. And if it wasn't for Pete and, telling him how great these trips were, and every one of them is an adventure, thanks, Pete. It was, I never would have got to San Diego.
Wow, that's great.
Right? Many years.
Don't forget Rick, too, man. He goes on
a
relates a lot of long-range adventures there, too, on the air.
Oh.
Yeah, and seems like it was just yesterday when Rock Cod was on the radio, on the phones, and Mr. Excitement was there with the fish report.
That's it.
Yeah, that was a while back.
Hey, Pete Marty, what's going on?
You're going to give me this whole show, you're going to do that, huh? I thought I'd eventually get out of that. 10 years into my career, I thought I'd get out of that. I never did.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Roger. Thanks, Roger.
Thanks, Roger.
Appreciate the call.
All right. How about next up we talk to Ray. He's called us from San Diego this morning. Hi, Ray. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, guys. I think you're supposed to be Roy, not Ray. That's okay.
Well, good morning,
Roy.
That's okay. Quick question, guys, for Marc.
Yes,
when
sir.
You have your does Bioway make anything kind of similar to the Tranks from the Shimano? I'd like to try something like that, for casting with surface irons and whatnot stuff, and I'm not sure if the 400 is quite big enough.
Actually, 400 is as big as we make right now, and we don't make a 500 size that would be probably more into the Tranks category. But the 400, believe it or not, is technically big enough for that kind of stuff, especially any of our local fishing. You could put 50 pound on it or 65. The 8-to-1 gets somewhere around 36, 37 inches per crank. So you've got plenty of speed to throw, surface iron. I've been using that in the last few months, and I actually like it. I think it casts further because of the smaller spool, and it's a little bit lower profile. I think that if you purchased one, you wouldn't be disappointed. Now, Tranks has its own category, and it's a great reel. If I was wahoo fishing, that's probably where I would go because it has that capacity. But for our local yellowtail, bonita, calico bass, tuna, everything out here, it's that 800 or that 400 Lexa, the high speed 8-to-1. We also make a 7.3 and a 6.2. But the 8-to-1 is where you want to be with that smaller diameter spool.
There you go. Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning.
All right, how about we jump right back into the phones, this time talking to Matt. He's calling us from La Mesa this morning. Hey, Matt, welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, guys. Congratulations on your 25 years, and hopefully hear you for at least another 25.
Thanks, Matt.
Hey, Mark, question for you. I'm
Yes,
going
sir.
to, I got a 7-day trip coming up here at the beginning of October on the Royal Star, and I'm thinking we're probably going to be going to Guadalupe. Have you ever fished there? Do you have any inside info on it?
I have fished there quite a bit, yes.
And would that rod and reel combo that you're giving away today, is that something that you could utilize there?
You could utilize it on the school grade tuna, I would say, any of the yellowtail fishing, but when you get into that bigger tuna, that place is known for fish from 70 to 150 pound fish. Then you're going to want to step into a regular straight conventional star drag, larger star drag, or lever drag, or even a lever drag 2-speed when you get into that category. In our class,
make that?
Yeah, you can get it in either in on the star drag side, Saltus or Saltiga. We do have a new Saltiga coming out. It won't ship until November, so you're going to miss that scenario. And then we do a Saltiga 2-speed. So we're all into that category, and prices range from $300 to $500, on that. The lever drag Saltiga 2-speed runs at about, I think, $449, $499 to $500 in that category.
And what size is that?
Something for that, I would guess like a 40 size is where you'd want to be.
40 or 50.
40 or 50. They're very similar in size in that, 40 or 50.
All right. For the 2-speed.
For the 2-speed, yes, sir.
All right. Very good. Thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. Good luck on that trip, Matt. Thanks for the kudos on the 25 years. Hey, next Saturday, big event, the 5th Annual Appreciation Day, parking lot sale at the Longfin.
Yeah.
You going to be there?
I don't know. I think I'm going to be fishing. We talked about that. I think I'm going to Saturday go saltwater fishing and possibly Sunday take my bass boat out. My bass boat's been sitting for 6 months and I need to run. So I need to start doubling up. I've been working and focusing so much in the last 6 months that I need to go do some fishing. I'm going to double up.
I will be there.
I will be. Scott Nagel, our rep, who's awesome. He is a great rep. He really is. He will be there 100%. We have some great pro staff. Frank, our pro staff guys. We're really fortunate that I can actually get weekends off because our pro staff guys are awesome.
Yeah.
So, I may swing by. It depends on if the wife doesn't let me go fishing one of the days, I'll swing by in the morning and come by and see you guys.
7 a.m. to 7 p.m. next Saturday at the Longfin in Orange. 30 years. Biggest sale ever. Well, you know what that means?
I know exactly what that means because I've been to a bunch of those sales.
20 manufacturers booth. TheLongfin.com for more information. Yeah. Congratulations to you, Tom, for being a great guy and having a great store and offering a great sale there, too, for your people there. So look forward to that next Saturday.
All right.
For sure.
Let's jump right back into the phones. This time we're going to talk to Frank. Frank calling us from Spring Valley this morning. Good morning, Frank. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning.
Morning, Frank.
Morning.
I had a question on the smallest gear you can use for these bigger bluefin, like a Calica 16, if that would be enough.
What, you guys want to answer that?
Well, I would say right now, that bigger bluefin, the smallest I think that a guy should, there's always anomalies and everything, and you could be a guy like Mark Mills that like to fish with 20-pound spectra and catch big fish with it. But I think to appropriately set yourself up, the smallest that a guy would want to fish right now would be 40-pound and a small 2-speed. So, my favorite would be like I would say that the best small outfit that a guy could still be in the driver's seat when he hooked a fish was 100-pound would be like a Talica 12 with 65-pound Power Pro and a Top Shot of 40-pound Seaguar fluorocarbon. In my mind, that's the smallest, where if you hook a 120-pounder, you still have a very fighting chance. Smaller than that would be like a Talica 10 full of like 50 or 65-pound Power Pro, and again, a 40-pound Top Shot, maybe even as light as a 30-pound Top Shot. But
the problem as you get smaller is you're not getting the torque power.
Yes.
Right. And with a big fish like that, you got to have that torque, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think also depending on what type of boat you're going to be on. If you're going to get lucky on a sport boat and get one of the big ones, or most of it's been private boaters, you may have that shot with that smaller stuff on a private boat. Yeah.
I mean, you look a 100-pounder on a Talica 10. You can do it. You can catch them, but boy, you're in for a tussle.
You have a long day ahead of you.
You hook that fish on a Talica 20, you got him.
You got him.
Yeah.
This
There's
fishing,
a huge difference.
This fish is definitely big enough that it's a different ball game. What we're used to, I would say, as a whole out here fishing our local tuna is we catch fish that are from 15 to 30 pounds on average, and when you get a big one, it's a 50 to 60 pounder, and that's a big fish. But that size fish is definitely still capable of being landed on small gear. These ones that they're catching out at Clemente right now, they're not 50 pounds. They're 75 to 125 pounds. And when the fish are that big, it's just a completely different case. Like, can they be caught on 25 and 30? Sure they can. And have we all heard stories about it? Yes. But I guarantee you ask all the crew members and all the guys that are going on every boat, the number of fish that they hook and pull on for a half hour or 45 minutes or an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours just to have them go away because you're not fishing with a rod that has enough lift and a reel that has enough torque. And I mean, those stories are so outweighing the ones that got landed on 30 pounds. So 40 pound and a 2-speed is a minimum.
Yeah, you made a good point. The rod. I think there's so many people, and Mark, I don't know if you agree with this or not, that use too limber a rod on a big fish, right?
Yeah, especially with the drag and the point power and the drags that you have now, and where you can torque on it, and the way guys fish, is on the rail and bending over the side of their gunnels of their boat. Yeah, you need something that you can put the screws to them a little bit more.
Something you can
right.
Something that's not bottoming out when you make
exactly. On that side, because then
I get it that we gotta you gotta get bit. You want to have comfortable and small as fits in your hand better, but big fish fishing is one of the times when you need to throw that mentality out a little bit more. School size tuna, absolutely. Fish a small reel, maybe get your butt kicked a little more, but it's not the end of the world. But big fish fishing, you gotta let loose that mentality a little bit more and fish for a big one because that's how you're going to catch it.
Yeah, you may not get a bite, but if you get a bite, at least you have a shot.
We've said it before, like I've never been attached to a big fish and wish I was fishing with a smaller reel.
True, for sure. Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. We got catch reports, more phone calls, more great times. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
If you are ready to experience a real Alaska fishing adventure, check out Whalers Cove Lodge in Angoon, Alaska. The calm waters around Whalers Cove are 100 miles from any large towns, so you will enjoy a wilderness adventure without any crowds. Whalers Cove Lodge has some of the best salt and freshwater fishing in Alaska, and there is no need for a bumpy boat ride for hours. You can find productive fishing for salmon, halibut, and rockfish just 10 minutes from the lodge. Whalers Cove also offers fantastic freshwater fishing in wilderness streams for wild salmon and trout. The Whalers Cove experience will fulfill your wildest Alaska dreams on the calm water of the Inside Passage or on a spectacular stream. It's your choice every day at the Whalers Cove Lodge. After fishing, you will dine on fabulous meals created daily by the Whalers Cove chefs and relax in your comfortable room or cabin. Learn more about this exciting Alaska destination on their website at whalerscovelodge.com or call 800-423-3123. Whalers Cove Lodge, a real Alaskan fishing adventure.
This is Captain Art Taylor of the 95-Foot Searcher. Team Searcher would like to thank all of our great customers for their support in our fantastic 2015 season. The Searcher has a fantastic crew, great food, air-conditioned cabins and galley, satellite TV, and an RSW system to preserve your catch. Our 2016 schedule is out, so don't miss the boat. Book your trip online at searchersportfishing.com or call Celia and Jen at 619-226-2403. That's 619-226-2403.
For East Cape fishing, Jen Wren is known as the best. This is Mark Rayer. Great service, top quality equipment, including all accurate reels, CalStar rods, and Sibron electronics, has put my immaculately maintained twin-engine cruisers in a class of their own. For memories of a lifetime, just bring your hat and sunglasses, and we'll provide a fishing experience that will exceed your expectations. Our calendar's filling fast, so don't miss out. For packages, 2 live webcams, a weekly fishery report, and more, check out TeamGenRen.com. We pick up at all East Cape resorts, so let's go fishing.
Time to talk about great gear from Shimano, and we were just talking about that. Big fish on small gear, Talica 20.
Oh man, you're going
That's the real.
You're going to Guadalupe. You're hooking a 70 to 100 pound fish anywhere, and you want to be in the driver's seat. TAC 20 is where it's at.
It's got amazing power, but yet it's still small enough to fit in your hand, and has plenty of capacity if you hook that big one. It is just the reel to take if you're going fishing at Guadalupe, you're going fishing at Clemente, you want to catch a big one on 40 pound, 50 pound, that's the reel.
Fill it full of Power Pro, fish a short top shot. You can still overhand cast a sardine a long ways. The bait has very little drag. Bait's going to swim well. When you get a bite, you are in the driver's seat.
Yeah, you match it with a nice Therese rod with plenty of backbone like we were talking about.
72XH, come on.
That's the one. Yeah. Get it at your local Shimano dealer or check out Shimano.com.
The Longfin in Orange, Southern California's premier fishing superstore, is having their 5th annual parking lot sale and Customer Appreciation Day Saturday, September 17th. This is not just a sale, it's a celebration for their 30th anniversary. Truly a big event. Meet representatives from Shimano, Power Pro, CalStar, Phoenix, Daiwa, Avent, Seeker, Accurate Berkeley, Soft Steel, Okuma, MC Swim Baits, Penn, Seagar, and more. Representatives from over 20 manufacturers will be there. Take advantage of tremendous savings on fresh and saltwater tackle. Free reel service with minimum purchase. Plus, you can win big as the Longfin shows their raffle and hundreds of free giveaways. You will certainly find what you want at unbelievable prices for this one-day only sale. It's all happening Saturday, September 17th from 7 to 7 at the Longfin, 2730 East Chapman, just off the 55 freeway in Orange. For directions or more information, check out the website at thelongfin.com.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
The best NFL coverage is right here. San Diego sports leader, the Mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Hey, as promised, it's time to find out what's biting out there. Today, the Catch Report, sponsored in part by Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. Fisherman's Processing is San Diego's finest, and that's why they're known as the Fish Pros. Once you try them, you will be hooked. You can have them fillet your fish, vacuum pack your fish, all to your specs, as well as the best smoked fish, jerky, and those famous tuna burgers. Check out fishermansprocessing.com for more details, or you can see them when your trip returns to the San Diego Landing.
You know, we ate that yellowfin tuna again last night, the Fisherman's Processing put together for that. And one trick I'm going to tell our listeners, get the 5-meal bag. That 5-meal bag just keeps it. It's cost a couple pennies more, but it just keeps your fish that much better.
Better seal, bigger bag, more heavy, especially if you're going to store it too. If you're going to store it with any amount of time, you got to go.
Yeah, it costs a little bit more, but it's worth it.
That's cool.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Captain Brian Woolley, I heard you took some guy out fishing yesterday.
Yes, we did.
Some guy named Mark Mills?
What's shaking, man?
What's up, Willie?
Oh, good time yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
Morning, guys.
Good morning.
Hey, Pete, congrats on 25 years.
Thanks.
Solid. That's awesome.
Thanks.
Fantastic. Dan Worf, I know you heard Don earlier, but again, thanks for all you do for us, and we're stoked to be part of your program.
Wow,
so thanks
we're
for
stoked
that.
to have you. Thank you.
So let me jump into it here. 3-quarter day stuff for us, is similar to the last few weeks for us. Again, that's the same program. 3-quarter day. We're kind of splitting the day up now, a little bit of time in the mornings to get some rockfish in the bags, some good quality fish right now, no doubt about it. But, mostly reds making up the bulk of the rockfish count. Certainly some other mixed bottom fish finding their way into the bags in the mornings. And then, we've been kind of splitting it, heading to into the beach, fish the bass or offshore, kind of depending on conditions. Guys fishing the braid out in that deeper water certainly have been having the advantage, so we're telling guys, hey, if you're planning on coming with us this week, 30 to 50 pound braid on a medium action rod would be a good call. You got the flexibility of, the length passing to the bottom, and then, you're good to go if we find a little something off the beach. But along the kelp period, conditions certainly played into the equation this week. Last couple of days, that wind did knock our sea temp down a notch and mix things up a little bit. But, we're still seeing some fish bite through. We had some good bonito action yesterday. I know Mark and his guys had a good time catching some of that stuff. Some good bass fishing. Guys that know what they're doing. I watched Mark catch them on the rubber lure yesterday. Guys catch them on the fly line sardine and the anchovy. So, guys know what they're doing are certainly having a good opportunity. Off the beach in the outer water sector, again, no giant scores on tuna for us this week, but same game up here. We're seeing it good, but not much biting. I will tell you that the San Mateo was out there on Thursday. He did get a little hit on some of this local stuff. He ended up, I think, with 6 fish for his guys on his charter, but it's a good sign. We'll certainly take that for what it is. The Fury, he during the week, he's got his 5-5 run over at Catalina. He's got some good mixed yellowtail fishing over there with some bonito and, of course, calico bass, perch, sheephead, and stuff like that. And then his weekends, he's been out there either behind Clemente there fishing that bluefin. I know that slowed down a little bit for him, so he's been fishing some of that yellowfin too down the beach. So it's kind of been it for us, in a nutshell. But certainly things are biting. We're hoping I know we're gonna have a little bit of wind this week, but hopefully things carry through for us, and then we're able to get some decent counts going. So if you guys want to hop on a trip with us, certainly call the landing. Definitely recommend reservations. Phone number there is 949-496-5794. Again, we urge you to take advantage of the discount that you can link right there on the Let's Talk Hookup webpage. There's a little code on the banner ad. Click on that, head on over, and you can book it online. Of course, check us out at danwharf.com. And certainly, Pete, today if we can get a couple of your listeners out with us, we'd be happy to throw a little bit to your prize pack there, get a couple 3/4 day passes. We'd love to get someone out there. They can take that new combo from Mills and come on out and fish with us.
Sweet. There you go. We'll throw in a couple of 3/4 day passes in that. That's going to be a mega prize.
Mega prize. I was telling Pete this morning that we were having fun with Pete on the boat as we were listening to the radio yesterday, going, wait for it. Is he going to say the S word? Is he going to do it? So we were having fun on the boat yesterday listening to Let's Talk Hookup.
I did. I almost did.
I know.
Almost did.
You should have seen us. Yeah, it was awesome. That's all. That's part of the fun.
Yeah, it was good. Sure. Yeah, good time. So again, hey, thanks guys for the time. Mark, good to see you yesterday. Thanks for the goodies for the boys. And
no worries, man.
Yeah, we'd be stoked to take a couple listeners fishing. Oh, hey, if I can throw this out there too, if I can. It's great hearing Wayne down there with you guys yesterday. Guys, look for some CCA action to come through Dana Wharf. We're going to start a little promotion here. Try to boost the Orange County membership. So Orange County listeners, if you're not a member of CCA and you're waiting for an opportunity, there's some great events coming up, but keep your eyes peeled at Dana Wharf. We're going to be getting a little program together up here in hopes of getting the numbers, join the ranks here to find a gallant fight. So
rad. You guys just always do it right at Dana Wharf Sport Fishing. Always have and always continue to do so, Willie. You guys just do an awesome job.
It must have been that leadership at Mark Mills.
Actually, Corey and I have been talking. I may be sliding into that category over there with those guys. So we've been trying to figure out my travel schedule and my time to manage CCA with Corey and Brian and the Dana Wharf crew.
Get in there, Mark.
We've been talking about that for a couple weeks now.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Brian. Appreciate
Willie.
that. Great job, and thanks for all your years of doing the reports, and we look forward to many, many more.
Super. Thanks for the time, guys, and have a great show. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks.
Later, bro.
All right, let's continue on with our catch report. Hit the surf zone with our man, the surf report guru himself, Gundy Gunderson. What's up, Gundy?
I hope they charge Mills.
What up, buddy?
What's up? Hey, there's a surf fisherman right there, Mills. Okay, I'll tell you, terrific week of Corbina fishing. I actually fished 2 days early in the week, and we had 3-4 fish, up to 3.5 pounds, just biting. No one on the beach. A little bit tough finding the sand crabs. I was digging using my rake. I'd tell you where I was at, but that would kick the Mark Mills tour bus into action. But it was really terrific fishing. Let me start another terrific week. Reports up and down the coast. Sand crabs, like I said, been spotty, so you got to have a backup bait. Lugworms, bloodworms, mussel, and ghost shrimp. Ghost shrimp, if you want a fall tanker, one of those 3 to 4 pound fish, I suggest you make ghost shrimp. That's one of the best ways in the fall to fish. Lots of bonita too. Jetties, piers have been good. Lots of small anchovies inside, holding that bonita and mackerel. I'll start up at Malibu. Wiley's reported excellent Corbina action. Malibu beaches, the pier, the old chart house were good stretches. Bait-sized crabs, tough to find, so mussel was the top bait up there. Just fishing in Redondo reported good Corbina bite. Torrance Beach, a few late-season tankers. They had 2 fish pushing 4 pounds there. Also some striped bass starting to show in the surf line. Probably a function of those anchovies, but 6 to 8 pound striped bass taken off Manhattan on flash minnows. Lots of bonita in King Harbor off the pier. off the Topaz Jetty. Big Fish, Steel Beach reported excellent Corbina action. One angler had 12 fish, 1.5 to 2 pound range, a little bit smaller with a couple kickers in there. Catch 'em Tackle reported great Corbina action on the peninsula. Lugworms was the top bait there. 2 to 4 pound fish biting on the incoming tide there. They're seeing more and more bonita too off the Wedge Jetty, off the 2 piers there. Just really shaping up good. Best Corbina action, San Clemente Pier, south to State Park was the best stretch there. Finding the sand crabs tricky. Like I said, I was using a sand crab catcher, digging near the rocks or the pilings or something like that. You find some of those better crabs. And then finally, Pacific Coast reported excellent Corbina action. Army-Navy Academy, South Carlsbad, Fletcher's Cove, 2 to 3 pound fish. Also, lots of bonita in that area, mackerel on the pier, that kind of thing. But really, for the Corbina guy, this is just the best time of the season.
Time to
you
get
down
out
there early on the right tide. No one's down at the beach, and you really get some good action.
Oh, yeah.
Especially on that quality of grade. That's cool, Gundy.
Gundy, surf guru extraordinaire, thanks for all the years you've been doing this, and look forward to many more.
I love it, man. Mills, you know where I was at. I don't have to tell you.
I haven't done that in a while, actually. Now you got me all interested. I need to go. We need to hook up and go do it.
The tour bus.
You guys have a good week.
Thanks, Gundy.
Thanks, bro. See ya.
All right, that's going to wrap up our catch report today. Again, sponsored by Dana Landing on Mission Bay and East County Bait and Tackle. Next Sunday, ECBT is having the San Vicente Reservoir reopening celebration with pro staff from different tackle manufacturers, vendors. They're going to have raffle prizes and special buys on tackle that you need to catch the big ones on the lake. It's an all-day event that you don't want to miss. It's at East County Bait and Tackle. They're at the end of the 67 freeway at Maple View and Lakeside. You can check out eastcountybaitandtackle.com for more information. Those guys do such a good job, and for sure the spot to go to get yourself outfitted for San V. I mean, just from baits and staff and people, and obviously the big event going on next Sunday, that's the spot, man.
That's the one.
You got it. Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. The phone lines are absolutely packed solid. We're going to be talking more with our man, Marc Mills. This is Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Captains Mark Gillette and Chris Switzer want you to know now is the time to book your trips and charters aboard the Eclipse and Commander, both now operating out of Seaforth Sport Fishing in Mission Bay. The Commander is a legendary 65-foot boat with top-of-the-line comfort and superior customer service, the finest fish handling and quality food, the same great service that has made the Eclipse one of the top boats in the Seaforth Sport Fishing fleet. Their slogan, "Compromise Elsewhere," says it all. The Eclipse is the whitest sport fisher in her class, offering plenty of room at the rail. Chris and Mark have developed these 2 boats to set the standard in quality and style for your offshore trip from 1 to 3 days. Charters and open party trips are available now aboard the Commander, and a limited number of charters are available aboard the Eclipse. To secure your spot, call Eclipse Commander Sport Fishing at 619-995-6880 or book online at eclipsesportfishing.com or commandersportfishing.com. Your hook is one of the most important parts of your fishing tackle, and that is why you should use the hook that sets the standard for quality and innovation. Gamakatsu. As Japan's leading hook manufacturer and growing at an amazing pace, Gamakatsu is responsible for introducing a unique tempering process to give Gamakatsu hooks superior strength and durability. Plus, the conically needle-honed points stay sharp. Gamakatsu offers a hook for every fishing situation, including the finest one-piece ringed hooks, light wire, standard and heavy-duty live bait hooks, and the popular Nautilus circle hooks. Get Gamakatsu hooks at your favorite tackle store and stay connected to that fish of a lifetime.
When it comes to fishing rods for saltwater, there's just one name you need to know: CalStar. Take, for example, the Graphiter series. It's a true graphite and fiberglass composite rod, the finest that's ever been built. And for anglers seeking traditional performance, durability, and quality at an affordable price, the CalStar West Coast series of rods and blanks are the ones for you. Their master craftsmen bring decades of rod building experience to every rod they make. So if you want your fishing rods to be truly state-of-the-art, I always recommend CalStar at fine tackle stores everywhere.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
You're listening to the home of the Aztecs.
He's gone. Touchdown, Aztecs.
San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
As an angler, sun protection is a must, but most sunscreens are greasy, sting your eyes, and contaminate your gear. Sol SunGuard's Blue Water formula has been a pro angler's secret. Imagine a pharmaceutical-grade sunscreen that cannot come off until you wash it off. A sunscreen that's hydrophobic. It actually repels water better. And most important, it won't sting your eyes or scent your gear. Here in Southern California, nothing beats the protection of Soul SunGuard Blue Water. Available at better tackle stores and at soulsungard.com.
It's time to get outside on the east side and celebrate fall colors, arts, culture, and recreation in the Eastern Sierra. From now until the first snow, there are a variety of activities that capture the essence of autumn. In addition to enjoying fall color viewing, the season hosts fishing derbies and biking events to theater performances, a kite festival, and art festivals. Check out the Outside on the East Side details on the Fall Colors page at visitmammoth.com. That's visitmammoth.com.
Last year, we had an unbeatable fishing season. One of the best in decades. I think we'll all take another year just like it. Now, just imagine what it could be like if we have an unbeatable season 39 years in a row. Well, that's exactly what Ford has done with their F-Series pickups. America's best-selling trucks 39 years in a row. We love our F-150s here in San Diego. Ford trucks give you the freedom to launch your boat with ease thanks to Pro Trailer Backup Assist. The freedom to toss all your gear in the bed no matter how wet and messy it gets. And the freedom to fit 5 full-size guys comfortably in the cab. And right now, during the Ford Freedom Sales Event, you'll get the freedom from interest charges with Ford's best finance rate of the year. Freedom from high monthly payments thanks to special summer lease programs, plus the freedom to save even more on trucks with smart bonus tags. It's an incredible combination of savings on an incredible lineup of trucks. So don't miss the Ford Freedom Sales Event. Stop by your San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.